So what brought you to Taiwan back in 2018?
Because I was like in a position in life where like I don't know what to do next. I just like Googled countries and
Taiwan was just bloop? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, Taiwan.
Pretty much, yeah. So
Yeah.
that was actually a one-way ticket to Taiwan.
Oh wow. You obviously had a good feeling about Taiwan to want to share it with your wife.
For sure, yeah.
COLEFOGLE here, and today I'm with someone very special. I mean, everyone I interview is special, but this is like unique to me. I'll let you introduce yourself. What's your name, sir?
I'm Mach. Nice to meet you.
And where are you from?
I'm 37 years old and I'm from Poland.
Okay. And when we met, this is why this is special to me. We went to a meditation retreat that is a 10-day retreat called Vipassana. And it's all over the world. And this particular retreat was close to Taichung City, up in the mountains.
Yes.
And that's where we met. I mean, we didn't really talk much because you're not allowed to. It's a silent retreat. Is this your second time in Taiwan now?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so what brought you to Taiwan back in 2018? And was it to do that?
To be honest, almost like a draw in the map. Like, let's go somewhere. What's the country I have not been to before, and let's explore. Because I was like in a position in life where like I don't know what to do next. Like maybe I want to live somewhere else. Maybe I want to explore. I just like Googled countries and this.
And Taiwan was just bloop. Oh, okay, Taiwan.
Pretty much, yeah. One of my friends from Singapore recommended, like, I think you will like Taiwan. So that was actually a one-way ticket to Taiwan.
Oh, wow.
And
a one-way, so you didn't know what was happening after that?
Yeah, that's correct, yes.
Oh, cool.
So I came here with the intention of going to this meditation course, but actually, when I flew in, I wasn't even confirmed as a participant. So I was at the wait list. So I said that if I can just enjoy a new country, explore, and not do the course, that's great. If I can do the course, even better. I think within the first week of my stay here, they confirmed that I can come to the retreat. And yeah, after the retreat, I spent some more time. I remember because I also make some like small YouTube videos in Polish. And I remember sharing a note after departing from Taiwan that I was really happy here, like the people, and you know, I actually watched this video 2-3 weeks ago to like recreate memories of Taiwan. It's like it made me happy.
Like you felt connected to the people.
Definitely.
Here. Your wife is here with you. She's waiting in a very nice air-conditioned space because it's really hot today.
It is, yeah.
And I appreciate you sitting here in this hot park with me. It's probably going to rain, which is why it's so humid right now.
Could be, yeah.
Is this your honeymoon?
You could say that, yeah. Yeah,
like
for sure.
You recently got married and this is like a honeymoon.
Less than 2 months ago.
You obviously had a good feeling about Taiwan to want to share it with your wife.
For sure, yeah.
Is it just Taiwan or are you traveling to different places?
No, we're traveling to Vietnam.
Oh, cool.
Indonesia, Bali, Indonesia.
Sounds like you do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, there were periods of intense travel.
Speaking of traveling, I'm actually on my way to Canada, and I would like to thank today's sponsor for this video, Saily. Saily is the best eSIM service brought to you by Nord Security. Last year when I traveled to Canada, I didn't have any data plan, but when I learned how easy Saily is, I'm very excited to use it on this trip. Just download the Saily app, select country and the data plan, and don't forget to use my coupon code COLEFOGLE to get 15% discount. Then follow the instructions on the app to install eSIM, and that's it. And it will automatically activate after landing. Now I will have internet connection when I'm in Canada. There are several great things about Saily. No more waiting in line at the airport, trying to get a SIM card, and then worrying that the card doesn't work properly. Saily is iOS and Android compatible, but if you have any issue with your eSIM not working on your phone, you will get a full refund. Saily offers many different affordable data plans in over 160 countries. And when you get to about 80% usage, Saily will notify you, and with a few clicks, you can add more to your data plan. There's also a 24/7 chat available if you have any issues. I'll leave a link in the description below, and after you download the Saily app, don't forget to use my discount code COLEFOGLE for 15% off. And with that said, let's get back to the video, and I've got an airplane to catch. Now, why did you want to do Vipassana? Were you already into meditation before you arrived
that
here?
was my second course already.
Your second Vipassana?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the first one was back in 2014, so
where did you do the first one?
Nepal.
Nepal.
I pretty much didn't do anything apart from Vipassana. I didn't have that much time back in 2014.
Just to touch on Vipassana a little bit, you literally go through like 10 days where you can't speak, and you're basically just sleeping, eating, and meditating for 10 days, basically. You can't contact the outside world. Why did you feel a calling to it, I guess? Like, what were you looking for? Because I think we're all searching for something when we decide to do something like that.
The direct reason was that my background, my main career was in sports betting. And long story short, I lost a lot of money.
Like gambling?
Yes. Also, in that process, I lost the meaning.
Meaning of life, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. For 1 month, I was like nothing gives me purpose. I felt really, really down because I was working for the sports betting company as a trader, and I was also betting on my own. So I was just like really down. This is stupid. Why do anything? And it was really dark moment. Like
that's
the darkest
cool that you realized
period.
that.
Yeah, and I remember coming across Mach song Vipassana.
Oh, Macklemore, yeah. Oh, he has a Vipassana song?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to check it out.
It's not one of the popular ones, and I just started listening to it.
Yeah.
And I started wondering what's this all about. So my English, especially in terms of listening and understanding, is not was especially back then was not the best.
Sounds good now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started checking the lyrics, googling what's this Vipassana, what's this word, what's that, yeah, and that makes sense. And expectations are resentments waiting to happen. It makes sense, right?
When you expect things from yourself and from those around you, you're likely to be disappointed.
It must happen, right?
Yeah.
And disappointment is not the problem.
No.
The problem is that you are not accepting the risk of being disappointed, right?
Which is part of the experience sometimes.
It's like a game, If we play a game of chess and you lose, for example, you might be a little bit disappointed, but you knew that risk before starting to play, right?
Yes.
While if you were oh, I have expectations that I will beat this guy in chess, right? And then, oh no.
Unless I go in just as an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it won't matter.
And it's all experiences that we have, right? Yeah.
Life is all experiences, and then we label them good or bad.
Absolutely. If something bad happens and you label it as bad,
right?
If it's bad at this point, but it gives you lessons that makes you stronger and more, I would say, adaptable in the future, similar situations, then was that bad or good? For me, it's pointless to judge.
And I do my best, maybe it sounds like you do as well, to not judge myself so much and not judge my family or my friends.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But do you find family sometimes is a bit more sticky, like you get lost in it sometimes?
I think it's a matter of how big the attachment is.
Yes.
And obviously people tend to be more attached to people they love.
Especially my own children. That's the hard one for me.
Yeah.
I would say with my parents, it's not so hard, but when you have kids though, it's so hard to not lose yourself with them sometimes when they do things that, push your buttons or whatever.
Yes.
I'm working on it though.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you.
What do you think about the food?
So I'm very easy when it comes to food. I can eat plain rice, and that's a nice plain rice.
Yeah, no, me too. And I like just rice alone with nothing.
Yes. So I'm not really picky.
Well, I was curious. Before you came, you were asking. You were thinking about renting a car.
Yes.
Did you rent a car?
No, we did not, and that was a great decision.
Okay, because I remember saying, I think if you can figure out the flow of traffic, it's not so bad. Yeah. What is your take on the traffic? Is it crazy to you, or
not so much?
Yeah.
No, we couldn't complain about traffic at all.
It's okay.
Comparing to other countries, traffic is not a problem
not that
here.
bad.
I'm glad I didn't drive because the view from the train, you can just relax and watch.
And when time slows down, you see more.
Absolutely. And I know that with the car, I can get everywhere, but then you have to be like more focused on the, like, especially if you are in a new country.
Being a tourist in Taiwan, do you find is Taiwan an easy place to be a tourist as far as navigating, or is it challenging?
Navigating is very challenging.
Interesting. Okay.
For somebody who doesn't speak Chinese.
Right.
Especially doesn't read Chinese.
There's a lot of Chinese everywhere.
But for me, it's part of a challenge. You know?
I mean, there's like, more English now on
in
signs.
In some places, in cities, but like around that villages area, like where there were never any tourists, I suppose. You know, for me that was a challenging part. But I mean, the challenge was a fun part. Because, you know, I had to interact with local people. The language was a barrier for sure, but that was, and people are positive, even though we couldn't understand each other.
Do you get a good vibe from the locals here?
Absolutely, like most of the time, for sure. Yeah.
Of course, I like that you said that's honest most of the time, because you're gonna get rude people everywhere, obviously, but in general, you find that people here are easy to get along with.
Absolutely, definitely above the average. I've been to like many countries, and that's definitely.
I think Taiwan is rated as being one of the friendliest places.
Absolutely.
Like it is up there in the...
People are more peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite spot that you've visited so far in your time in Taiwan?
It was near the meditation course. There is like a small family home where I stayed right before Vipassana course. I felt really good. Like I was, you know, taking a bicycle from this family. Like I rented from them the bicycle, and you know, just wander around. And
there's a lot of farmland there.
Yes, I don't need anything special from the, you know, I don't need any perfect Instagram spot.
You just want to look like
like
small town. I mean, that's what I love about Taiwan.
Yes.
Is the whole small town vibe.
Yes, like peace, nature, like quiet, like tranquility.
Is there anything you'd want to share just of what's helped you in life?
Like I could come up with 3 words.
Go for it.
And that 3 words would be acceptance, authenticity, and responsibility. That would be 3 main words. And I could stop here. Or we could go for another 3 hours.
Acceptance is just accepting your environment, your state, whatever is.
Everything as it is.
The isness.
Yes.
To me, being authentic is not worrying about how people are going to view me as a human being.
Yeah, like being in your truth, and like, you know, especially in front of yourself. In front of yourself. Just like admit to yourself what you're feeling.
My good friend that I did an interview with a while, or not too long ago, she said to me, check in with yourself as often as you can and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Whatever it is you're doing.
I think it's with my Polish fellow.
Yes, it was my other Polish friend. Yes.
Very wise woman.
Yeah, she is very wise.
That's pretty much my philosophy. Like understanding what you're doing and why you're doing this. It's just like you know, highway to success in whatever you want to achieve. You know.
And number 3 was
responsibility,
which I think is what's responsibility. What do you mean when you say that?
So basically, responsibility is like whatever happened to me in the past. It's just first part of the story, of the journey, right? And then we can either take responsibility for that or blame our previous programming or whatever, because my culture like this. So I know that the responsibility will be mine, whatever I decide. So understanding that blaming anybody, including myself,
is pointless.
Is like stupid, because it will create more suffering.
Absolutely.
I want to share that because it provided a lot of peace for me. It created a lot of peace for me, and I wish other people as good as possible, for them to be happy, for them to be peaceful. I'm happy if somebody is happy as well, you know?
I like that, yeah. Likewise. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world. And with that said, I will see you in the next one. And it's been a pleasure chatting with you, brother. It
Likewise.
Seems like, was it really 2018 that I last saw you?
Yes, that was 6 years ago, almost. October.
Crazy. All right, well.
Thank you so much.
It's nice being here with you. And now let's find your wife and some air conditioning.
Let's get some coffee.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.